And we're back recording Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. In my opinion, better than 2024 because I believe they took out the AI autopilot, which is pretty neat. And it's actually a real life aircraft now. But I'm just going to go into landing challenges. I'm going to do a strong wind one. This is a very difficult one. In Gibraltar. So it's in a, let's see, aircraft. Now you got to remember, I've never flown a real plane. I could if I was ever in a plane and some terrorists killed the pilots and I took out the terrorists. No problem. As a matter of fact, when they advance these autopilot systems to the AI variants, literally it'll be one button. You can hit that one button, it'll fly the aircraft to the safest airport and land it. And I can demonstrate that in the simulator, but I gotta not in the landings. These are just landing challenges I'm doing, which are just approaches and strong winds and different epic ones and difficult ones. But this is in Gibraltar. You can see the blue spot. That's where I'm supposed to land. It's an Airbus 320, and we start out at 3,500 feet. I believe it's at night, and I'm just fiddling with my graphics and my setup. So I might actually do some, because the microphone that I have that I use is just off the camera, because it's easier to do that because I have the use it for joystick capture. But sometimes it does vibrate, so I'm wondering if maybe a little sponge or something over top of it might give it a little better sound. And you can see here I'm ready to fly. Wow, this is looking pretty good. And the graphics, I'm just adjusting them, fine tuning, and they seem pretty good. And I can turn my lights. There we go. Yeah, I'll leave the lights on like that. Just it's easier to see the gauges. And I know I want to be, so I'm outside there. I'm going to zoom in. I am configured, I think, for landing. I'll put full flaps down just in case. And you can see throttle air. I can fly from the outside pretty good, but only once I get close, you got to be pretty much in the cockpit. So we're doing 168. See on the airspeed. See the two engines when I move the throttles up and down. When I come in, I want to slow down and then ease the throttle up. It's called spooling the jet engines. And the reason why you do that is so you got a little bit of spool up and power on in the event you have to do a go around or something happens, and you don't want to be waiting for that spool up. So I'm going kind of too fast there. Slow down. You can actually hear the engine's nice. I can see the altitude at 2,100 feet. I'm going to go back inside. I'm going to aim just a little right so I can see the runway. That's a good feel for the elevation, I believe. And it's pretty smooth, those frame rates and graphics. I'm only running 1080p just so I can get higher frame rates. And as long as you're not running, I'm running on it's only a 40-something inch TV, even up to, I put it on this 55 or 65, it'll still look good. But I actually am going to get a TCL or a Hisense 144 hertz. Okay, I got to slow down. I forgot to look at the wind too before I took off. I should have. But anyways, I do want to come in a little faster. I am a little high right now, so I got to get a little to the right. That looks pretty good though. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I better throttle up a bit. 160, which is that's a pretty fast speed, but it's good for coming through the wind and high speed winds. Well, I can feel a little turbulence. I'm just throttling down a bit, not too much, not too much. Oh, no, I came down way too early. I shouldn't have backed off as quick. Oh well, I mean, I'm still on the ground. It's all safe, no damage. Oh, car just there's a road right in front of this runway, right through it. Probably like in real life. That's SC. It's not bad. But anyways, we're gonna go off to the next one. Back to landing challenges, and like I said, this is free entertainment. I can do this. I can do Battlefield. I can do YouTube, Facebook, documentaries, research, cable, right through the browser. Everything at my fingertips, like literally. And I got a queen size. It's like a desk roll up desk. It's the USBs and everything. I got to put it together, and I can have multiple monitors right on my bed, steering wheel, flight stick, everything. So it's for that tiny living lifestyle. This is just fabulous. It's set up so that I set up my lair, as I call it, so I can have a bed, computer, studio, living space, and like literally, I could technically get to a 10 by 20 or less, 10 by 10 spot, but for now, just a small room, and it's sufficient. That's all you need. I have 2 dressers, bunch of computer equipment, but I'm just slowly going through it. And here we go. Let's go to famous ones. Transylvania one's pretty cool. Land in a Charles de Gaulle did that. Let's do Reno. I'm not sure if let's do Jackson. Or how about what I haven't done? Oh, this Keto one's supposedly difficult. Now, and I'll do the Toronto one after too. Okay. And you can see it's going to be airborne, 9,000 feet. It's the elevation of the runway is 7,700, so it's going to be it depends on the type of altimeter, but you can set it so that it'll go off the ground and calibrate, which comes in handy, especially when you're seeing your altimeter, because a lot of times the altimeter will go to the ground and not to sea level. Or it depends. I'm not sure exactly. But you see, you got the world's top 10. Wow. Huh. Well, we're coming in, and when it comes to this next screen, you can see I got to come in around 105 to land, and it's 130 knots. I only got a 2-knot crosswind, so that's a big concern. Whether you got to aim a little right or left and let the crosswind bring you to the center. It looks like it'll be more of a headwind when I do come into the runway. But this loading screen is good because you get the information, you get to see visually the flight path, so you can kind of study it. Now, when you first get in it, I just kind of go down. I usually go up a little bit, not too much, down just enough so I can see the altimeter. Says 9,800. Gonna put the let's get outside. And when you're outside, you can see everything is configured. And runway ahead, flaps down. I'm gonna put full flaps there. I probably didn't need to, but I can maybe get a better landing. And they got great frame rates. And you see my altimeter, 2 engines. When I throttle up and down, very responsive. I was having some connectivity issues with my throttle, and I think it was a USB that wasn't getting enough voltage for my flights. And this flight is like 15 years old. So then 120. I know I got to be around 105 to land. So we're just gonna slowly come in so that I want to maybe land around 110. So, but I don't want to throttle again. I don't want to have to spool up the props in the event I got to do a go around. So I will slow down and then ease on the throttle as I get close. Throttle up a bit and then down, and then yeah, I don't want to float too much. Oh, and we got a slight landing. Oh, that was not bad. I think there is reverse thrust there. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. I got a B. 755,000, which, like I said, I'm not looking to be perfect. But what's weird is, like one of my best scores, it was like 1,000,000 something. I was just showing my girlfriend a landing and kind of didn't even look at the winds, just coming in all over, completely. Let's go to the epic ones. Completely out of control. There's Aspen. We did that one yesterday. That's a hard one. I tried to do this aircraft here, and it doesn't fly too well. I could try it again. Pero, there's that famous one. Saba, that's a tough one. Trying to stop before the end of the runway. And St. Bart's, that's a difficult one. Honduras, I can't remember. Yeah, let's try the Honduras one. So I can see where it is. It's 50. I'm going to start at 5,600 feet, runway 9. And you look at this, so you get the layout of the airport and the ground scenery. And same when I go to the next screen here. See, I'm going in. I'm going to do a sharp left. Looking for landmarks. I'm going to have a 14 knot crosswind and then turning into kind of a headwind crosswind. So I do want to stay around 150 on the in, and I say I got to go past that little lake on the left. It's like a spider-shaped lake. So let's get ready, and we're going down a little bit and out. Not sure if I'll go up at all. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, a little down. Right there. That's good. And we're going outside. There's that lake. I can see that. Looks like we're all configured to land. Making sure my throttles are responsive. We're doing 160. Things looking good. And I know I got to do a sharp left. I don't see the runway. Huh. Well, let's just look a little left. I don't know where it is. Oh, come on. I did not see this runway. Huh. That is weird. So let's get back inside. Let's go to the map. Oh, it's showing it. It's supposed to go left. So we're going left now. Well, that must be it just down there. Oh, so we gotta go left, and then it's like a fighter jet left. Oh wow, this is not gonna be good. Oh, I can just feel it slipping, and I'm gonna have a crosswind coming from the right. Oh wow, it is. Oh, this is so turbulent. Wow. Oh, it's like slingshotting. Wow.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Retard. Wow. That was a rough landing. Very rough. Oh, wow. They didn't even give me landing on the right runway. Wow. Let's go back to landing challenges. Okay, let's do a different one. Let's do a famous one. That was pretty difficult. I'm not a big fan of the of that aircraft. There's Jackson. Yeah, let's try Jackson. Jackson Hole. And coming in at 8,000. This is in a citation. So it's going to be a nice float in, little left-hander past the water. And coming in around 110. And it's a 4-knot left to right crosswind. So that's what you do. It's very, and you get to know all the different aircraft, and they're all like the different, you know, the rough speeds, the differences in how to handle a wow, it's looking really good too. How to handle a jet engine and the spooling. I'm going to pull flaps. You see 130, I got to be around. I'm throttling down. I want to spool down. You can see the amount of percentage that I have in throttle. And like if it gets down, sometimes I'll drop it down to get speed, but then I'll spool it up a bit just to be ready in case, you know, of a go around. Now you see I'm 127, and that's all. Like when you're flying, you just gotta have airspeed. I mean, you gotta keep your wings level and know which direction you're going, and you know where winds are, and you know there's a lot of other, your weight, your fuel. But the big one, you're not gonna stay in the air if you don't keep your airspeed up. So, and that's where I think a lot of pilots, when they get, especially when they get in emergencies, they kind of lose track of their airspeed. When you know, I think, like, you know, it says 105 to land. Well, why not keep it at 130 and then, you know, until you're pretty much guaranteed to land, and then ease off and slow down in the last 100 feet. Yeah, 500. And see, I'm going down now. I'm just starting to throttle back. It's down to 120. Try to flare a little bit once I get down. Still coming down nice and steady. 120. That's good. Let's start to flare. Flare. That was beautiful. Well, maybe not. I think I bounced. Oh well. But it was still safe. I mean, we would have been fine. I think I throttled off too much. I should have kept it, because I think that's like I thought we were going to touch down a little quicker so I abruptly reduced the throttle. Yeah, and you can see, well, actually it wasn't too bad, 298. That's okay. I mean, you can land, you know, 600-700 feet per minute. My precision wasn't that good. Let's go. Shall we go? Another famous one. Yeah, let's do the Halloween one. The reason I'm doing this, I just want to see what the graphics look like on it. I'm going to go in. It's got a 3-knot left to right crosswind. It's like a field runway. It's for Halloween and a Cessna. I just want to see what the lighting and the pumpkins and the graphics look like in the clouds, more than trying to set a record. And I've done this in the past, and it was really difficult to find the find the runway. Yes, it was. It was very difficult. So I do know that I got to go in left, then wow, that looks pretty good. Left, and then right. And once I get, I think it's up there. Ahead. But anyways, let's get flaps down. There we go, flaps down. Yeah, I can see it. See, it's flickering in the distance, so it is difficult to spot. But that is, and the lights do look a little. It looks a little foggy out, but it does look cool. Like I will say. Pretty good looking simulator. Like I said, I'm not even super high-end computer. It's like, I mean, I got a 4060 Ti graphic card, and the whole system, you get them all put together. Canada Computer, it's like $1,500 bucks. And you just gotta make sure you got a semi-decent video card, NVIDIA preferred. Actually, my Horizon is off. I think the pitot tube, yes, it must be failing. Yes, I don't know where it is, but there's a pitot tube heater, and I must have it off. As you can see, the vacuum of my artificial horizon is off, and that's a sign that your pitot tubes are freezing up with moisture, and then the air can't get through, so it can't. The vacuum doesn't work to show you your altitude, which is based on pressure, and your artificial horizon. I'm not sure. The gauges are vacuum gauges, I believe, but the pitot tubes, even the big aircraft have them. So I can see up ahead. It's kind of too bad that it's flickering like that. I'm not sure what's causing that, but frame rates look pretty good still. I don't get them listed up there, but it might be 97. And I got everything almost maxed out, and it is looking really smooth. Okay, let's go in for landing. Yeah, there's I might go back to the DirectX 12, but I think the DirectX 11 settings in the flight simulator. Yeah, I'm not even showing any airspeed either. So my pitot tube heater, I should turn that on, I guess. But I didn't want to crash finding it. And it is in a Cessna, which they have a very low stall speed, so you can get really low, but I don't know how slow I'm going. Oh well, we shall land. And we are braking. It was kind of a felt like a rough, or sounded like a rough landing, but look, those jack-o'-lanterns look pretty good, I will say. Yeah, that's and I gotta see. That's not bad. Let's go back to landing challenges. Epic. That Courchevel, yeah, let's do that one. This is in France. I've done this one before. It's on basically on a mountain, so it's like an inclined runway. So it's really weird because you come in and it gives you some illusion. You always end up going low, so you want to come in and then be throttling up, so you're kind of throttling up to match the angle, because it is an upward angle. So it's a weird. You don't come in and then stall. Because then you'll be coming down. So you want to actually match your speed, and then so we'll aim a little right, we'll look outside, and let's try to pick it up. I don't see it. I do not see it. Oh, there it is. Wow. So let's go gear down. Yeah, there's actually, when you got your gauges like that on the screen, it teaches you too, because I forget what the wind was. I should have looked. The wind is, it's very important, but I don't even know where it is on the, I think it is. Anyways, you can see the blue markings on the runway. That's when you know you're at the right runway, because sometimes you'll come in, there could be 2 or 3 runways or a couple airports. So I want to come in and then kind of get down and then but keep a constant speed and then flare up to match. But it's kind of deceptive. Sometimes you think you got to get too low, and then I think you drop the throttle off and you don't realize that the runway's going up, and then you run into it. And so you want to throttle up a bit, like there. Wow, maybe I shouldn't have had the flaps down, because I almost stalled it there. Wow. Wow, I almost stalled it. I think I should leave the flaps up. It was getting too slow. I'm not sure if it was too much of a headwind. But pretty cool. Let me do another high wind. Gibraltar, Innsbruck is good. Nassau. Yeah, let's do Queenstown. I haven't done this in a long time. This is in New Zealand. And we're in a Cessna Citation, and you can see you're going to be, it's got a strong 20 knot head-on or a little left to right, but it is a strong crosswind, and so we want to stay left, and then we want to keep the speed up. It says 113, maybe keep it around 120ish. Okay, let's slow down a bit. A bit. Oh, that should be good. And you can see the cloud. So I won't see the runway until I get through that cloud layer, but it should be straight ahead. I can look at I'll show you the map here. You just gotta be easy with your flight. So I'm gonna go down that water and set the end of it. I want to keep that on. You see that little. Then 140, and I want to be around 120 on landing, just because of a strong wind. The wind's coming from the left, kind of a headwind, crosswind, towards me, and left to right. So I do want to remain on the left side of that lake. Or that inlet, 2,800 feet in the altitude. I'll just try this wing setting. I'm not going to dump, because maybe that's the proper one to have. You know, because you got to think about it. If you put full flaps down with this really heavy, strong headwind, it could damage them. So maybe that's the protocol. 150, 9 knots. Like I said, I'm coming a little hot, but I got to get to the end of this. And then, yeah, you can see it now. I will turn a little right. Yeah, you can see it down the end of this inlet. Pretty cool. Like, I mean, that water, graphics, you know, even the blur coming out of the exhaust, out of the engines, the trees, frame rates, everything's smooth. Like, I'm very impressed. Like, because I know I was having a stutter at times. And I think I'm recording too, which, yeah, I am recording. So it's pretty cool that it's working this good. And it's just so much easier. Like if you get a little stutter, it can crash your aircraft. Or you just don't enjoy it because you don't feel in control. But when it's this smooth, it just seems so real. Coming in 150, so I'm going to slow down. Yeah, because I do want to get down to like, oh, it's going down pretty quick. Remember, I want to get off to the left a little. Oh wow, I can feel it just pulling me to the right. Wow. Yes, just gonna let it kind of float it in and then retard. And afterburner, I believe afterburners are engaged. I hope they are. I got throttle right off, so oh, I got a B. Not bad. Yeah, let's go back. How about, that's a tough one. Oh, I don't even know what the Barkerville is there. Sedona? Yeah, I think that's hard. Yeah, let's say Queenstown. Let's do this one. This is a hard one because it's coming. You got to do like a 180. You come down 85, getting low. Then it's a hard left, and with a 20 knot crosswind. Because when you turn right around, it's going to be coming from the right to left. So I don't know. Try to keep the speed up to like 70 in that turn. Wow. Yeah, and I'll keep the that throttle's good. There's the runway. Yeah, because I think if I put the flaps all the way down, I think it gets too slow in this turn. So I got basically like a 180. It's such a weird, stupid design. I would ever design an airport right beside a mountain? Like, that's ridiculous. They keep taking off or landing. So in doing 90, it's only 80, which, I mean, the stall is a lot different, but it gives me a little more control because I'm coming faster. And I'm going to drop full flaps because I'm coming in way too fast. Wow. Oh, it's not going to be a good land, but you see the windsock there. Come on. Uh-oh. Slow down, slow down. Whoa. Oh, no. Well, I did not. Maybe I should have had flaps. Yeah, let's restart that one. Try it over. It just seemed like I didn't have enough power. Well, I guess it says 60 knots, so I guess it will stay in the air. Well, I guess I will. I'm going to go up just a little.
500.
I guess I am up as high. Throttling up. And I do want to have a little, actually not too much. And let's go full flaps. See what happens. As soon as I did that, it did go up high. And I'm sitting around 80. I mean, hopefully I can maintain it in this turn. 95. It's not bad. But I do get into the headwind now. But it does seem stable too. And pretty good airspeed. Yes, I don't know if I'm turning too quick. Yeah. Wow. 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 That was not a bad landing. That was not a bad landing. Considering. Wow. Wow. Under the weather, that was pretty good. Now I got a C, which isn't great, but I'm happy. Go back to landing. Let's go to famous again. Huh. Chili. Oh, this one's a good one. Let me see. Sydney, Australia. It looks straight in. 160, 140. Got an 8 knot right to left crosswind. And I can't remember the last time I flew this one, but it is tough getting used to these Airbuses. I just find they're a little twitchy. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think we are configured. I'm going full flaps, just in case. And I can see the throttle response. And putting a little input in, it is fairly stable. And there is a right to left crosswind. And we are at 1,200 feet. I want to be landing, I think, around, well, I'm a little high according to the lights. I do want to be landing around 140, I believe. So, easing back on the throttles, because I am descending a little steeper, and then I may level out now once I get into the proper glide slope, and then throttle back up a little, because I will start bleeding off speed, airspeed, which, I mean, a lot of times if you bleed off too much speed, there's a good glide slope, so I'm pulling back a bit now. But if you get too slow, you'll just suddenly drop out of the sky and it'll slam into the runway, and like that accident that happened in Toronto. That's what happened. We got too fast coming in. Retard. That wasn't a bad landing. Not bad. Not bad. I don't know how smooth it was. I got a B. That's good. Anytime you get near a million, not bad. 448. I mean, could have been better. Could have been smoother. Let's go back to there. I think that one might be This is oh, it's an Airbus too. Oh no, I just did this one. Reno. Well, I have this a spotlight event. I haven't done this one. Kingston, Nevada. Ever. Like, I think it just came out. So you can see I'm going to be the 15 knot left to right, crosswind. Coming in around 100 knots, 6,000 feet is the above sea level. And I think I'm supposed to be around 65 to land. And I can't see anything. No idea. That's crazy. Well, I guess I gotta get below this cloud. I think I had to go left. I have no idea where this runway is. Wow, I better go to the map. There it is. Wow. I have no idea where this runway is. And I think I better go left. Or else I'm going to run into a mountain. Got full throttle and pulling the stick back. Wow. Is it down here somewhere? Is that it right there? I have no idea. I think it shows it there. Gotta be it back there. I don't know where it is. No idea. I might have to restart. I'm gonna do one more pass back. Oh no, I'll say crash in a stall. Wow. Let's do it again. Now this time I should pay attention. Didn't see that. Okay. We're going. Wow. Still didn't see it. Wow. No idea where it is. Oh, that's got to be it way up there. So I'll keep my... Yeah, I see it. Over here. Yeah, so I'll keep that little... thing up. And I think I got to get past that line. And then go left. I think that's it right there. Wow. Wow, I have no idea where it is. Well, I better go left. I might have to dive down. So I might have to engage full flaps. Okay. It's gotta be right down here somewhere. Oh, there it is, I think. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Way off in the distance. No problem. Okay, I better slow down a bit. Let's get to the map.
500.
Well, let's get some flaps. Full flaps. Wow, I just felt it pull back. Like it gains so much lift when, and it's a little bumpy too. But you need that, especially when I was coming in at like 130. I think stall speed's around 60 in this. So I can come in. I don't want to throttle off too much, but I can throttle down pretty good. And I got full brakes on, so, and it didn't seem that bad. The brakes do not seem good. Not sure why. And we're stopped. Yeah, I got a B, not bad. Let's get back. Epic. Costa Rica spotlight event. It looks like a how about let's see Costa Rica. Wow. Okay, so we're going 100 knots, sharp left, and it should be a grass runway right facing the ocean. And 13 knot, left to right, crosswind, and I want to be landing around 80 knots. Okay, let's go. Oh. That's all I need to see. Cannot see the runway. Yet. Yes, I do not know. Oh, there it is back there. Great. Well, I shall do a 360. And this is probably what it would be like in real life. I might see it on the little Garmin. Throttling up a bit. You want to get behind it a bit. Yeah, I can see it over there. I think the alleyway, through the trees. And I want to be landing about 80. I'm doing 100. 100. There it is. Wow. I might want to put some more flaps on. One notch.
500.
There we go, that's a better angle.
500.
Oh, wow, it's getting a little slow. So I want to have a little bit of throttle just in case, but there is no trees at the end, so just fly out over the water, which is kind of nice. Doing 90, that's a good amount. Not too fast. And I can just feather it. Feather, feather, feather. And we are on the ground. There we go. And I think I'm going to end it there. C. Not bad. Maybe one more. I think I did the Uganda one. Let's see. I just want to see what it looks like here in Toronto. I've done this one lots of times. It's coming into the Toronto Island Airport. 6 knot crosswind, left to right, coming in 110. I want to land around 85, runway 26. And it's good that it takes a bit to load, because you get to see the terrain, the landmarks, the crosswinds, the flight path, and you remember right now this is looking the other way, so you got to be wary of that. And I want to go up just a little. There we go. That should be a good angle. Wow, graphics are really looking good, I will say. And I am going to go here down. Wow. And full flop. Here we are coming into Toronto. 98, yeah, I think I'm going to be landing around 85, so I will say it does look pretty good. 102. Oh yeah, I think the runway, yeah. And I think the wind is coming from the right. It is fairly stable. There's Toronto landmarks, CN Tower, Sky Dome. Oh, I better get more left. And I better bleed off some altitude. And we are 100 knots. There's lights on. Pull up. Pull up. I'm saying that because I'm pointed down a little lower than the. And I'm just throttling up a little bit, because it will bleed off my airspeed and drop me to the ground suddenly if I'm not careful. So you don't ever really want to drop her too much. Oh, there is a reverse thruster. Wow, look at that going backwards. Hey, wow. Not bad. Well, I think that is it. Just looking here, seeing. Yeah, I haven't used this OBS, and I was always worried that when you go into it, you wouldn't be be able to, you'd see your menu system, and I don't think it does, so I'll be able to tell when I'm through. But that was some good landings, some good, some bad, some ugly, but good, the bad, and the ugly. But that's flight simulators, and it is fun. You got, like I said, there's all kinds of options when you have a PC. You got everything: cable, flight sims, Battlefield, movies, TV, social media, Facebook, whatever, YouTube. You want to upload videos, you want to record stuff like I'm doing here. It's so very simple, and it seems hard, but it's not.